Hey, good evening. We're going to do a little swearing in here. Newly elected selectman and the treasurer.
Should I say
And
you guys or?
no, you're next year.
I'll sit next to Nick.
Yes.
Congrats. Another fun victory.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Kevin J. Moynihan,
I, Kevin J. Moynihan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties of the first selectman
the duties of the first selectman
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next.
Me? Go ahead.
Repeat after me. I, Kathleen Corbett,
I, Kathleen Corbett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I can continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law, the duties of the selectman
the duties of the selectman
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Straight up. Straight up. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Nick Williams.
I, Nick Williams,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and the
Connecticut,
Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties as the selectman
the duties as a selectman
to the best of my
to
ability,
the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. And we have our treasurer here tonight as well. Andrew Brooks,
I, Andrew Brooks,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
the duties as the treasurer,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. How about a nice applause?
Claudia, I'll just make a few remarks. You may want to make a few remarks. So first of all, it's an honor to serve as the first selectman in New Canaan. It's been a real privilege and pleasure for the past 4 years to be serving, and I look forward to the next 2 years. I'm grateful for not having had an opponent, and I appreciate the trust the voters have placed in me. I look back over the last 2 years, and the most prominent thing in my mind is COVID-19. For the past 21 months, our team, we have a fabulous team with our health director, Jen Allison, our medical directors, Dr. David Reed, Dr. Harrison Pierce, our EMD, Russ Kimes, our deputy EMD, Phil Shively, our superintendent, Brian Lutzy, and our entire EOC team. It's been a team effort with testing and vaccinations and PPP distribution and keeping the schools open. So I'm very proud of what we accomplished with COVID. And I think we're probably, at the top of the heap in the state of Connecticut, having accomplished what we have. We've made good progress in the past 2 years on cell towers. As you know, the Soundview Lane tree is up, and the Ponish Ridge Tower should be moving forward soon. We're working on some other towers that we'll soon be talking about. So that's something that's a priority for me, and I continue to want to get the cell towers up and improve our cell service. We've launched our new library. The shovels are in the ground finally, and I think we're going to be very proud of the building that rises over the next 18 months. And I'm especially proud of the work that we've done at Waveney Park with the Waveney Park Conservancy and the Bristol Bird Sanctuary, and the sustainability efforts we've done, the solar and CHP projects we've done both at the town buildings and the schools, and we're going to make more progress there. We're working on a plan for a renovated or a new police station, and I think by mid-2022 we should have a movement forward in building new or renovating that building. For the last 6 months, I've worked hard to accomplish what seemed like an impossible task at times, purchasing 220 Elm Street for the Board of Education. And I'm very hopeful we're going to get on with that purchase and be moving the Board of Ed into those offices next year. Despite the roads, we've made great progress with our Eversource gas expansion, and we're looking forward to another phase. COVID slowed us down a bit and has certainly affected our roads in a way that we are not happy with, but we're very pleased to have the natural gas to virtually all the town buildings and schools and residents. Finally, the Canaan Parish opening of the first phase is something we all can be proud of, and it's just something that it's kind of an amazing thing that Canaan can accomplish that. So I look forward to the next 2 years, working on the many things we're trying to accomplish, and I really look forward to working with my colleagues Nick and Kathleen. So thank you all.
Well put, well put.
I don't have anything to add. That's a long list, and we should be proud of it. And Kevin, you've been, behind most of, not all of this. So congratulations to you. Congratulations, Kathleen, Andrew, and also congratulations to the new town council and Board of Ed members. I'm really excited at the enthusiasm. I think we've got some terrific people coming on board. So congratulations to you as well.
I'd also like to add my thanks, certainly to my colleague, Nick Williams, and also our first selectman, Kevin Moynihan. It's been a real pleasure to work with them over the last just over a year when I stepped in to fill the seat for Kit Devereaux, who we all miss here. But it's been an honor, and I am most grateful for the support that the community shared in terms of the vote last week. And I hope everyone knows that I'm here to represent our entire community, and I look forward to doing so for the next 2 years. I also want to pay tribute to Andrew. So again, congratulations to you all, and glad to be part of this working team. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of this show.
Andrew, do you want to say something?
Thanks, Kathleen. I'm really grateful to have been reelected. Again, I appreciate not being opposed. This was a very contentious election, but I'm really looking forward to working with the people who won, fair and square. I think there's a lot of work ahead of us. I'm really excited to work and continue working with our finance staff. They're phenomenal. Throughout COVID, they've made themselves accessible. We're doing a banking transition right now, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that go through smoothly. We have a big bond issue coming up as well for $25 million. So I'm really eager to continue contributing to those efforts and look forward to working with everyone. Thank you.
There's one person that I didn't congratulate, and that's Claudia Webb.
Claudia, who swears you in? Who swears you in?
I'm not sworn in until January, so.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Have to wait a little bit.
We'll all be there for that too.
Thank you.
We'll take questions.
Public comments.
No,
That's the press
actually,
here.
the town council show is going to start at 6:30. So,
Base is here. Okay. Sorry. Oh my God. Yeah. Sit down.
Claudia.
How are you, Tom? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And to you.
Thank you.
Boy, there was no ambiguity about that.
sit on this side of the table.
Madam Secretary.
Claudia still thinks there's hope that we'll learn FOIA.
There's more to learn. Is everyone
That must be you.
here?
We're missing Mike and Lee.
Good, how are you? I love your dress. Oh, thank you. I don't think I got the memo. No, I thought it was bookmarked in my head. It's too late now. You're good. But I need my glasses.
We need Mike. Oh, there he is.
We're just waiting for one more member.
Here I go.
It's probably a good idea.
How do you turn it off?
You never
I
can
never
turn the
just-
slide down. At least mine does that way.
iPhone?
I don't have an iPhone. Mine are just.
It's on silence. That's, at least I can tell you that. Just let me know.
Not gonna make it. I'll tell you wasn't each one.
Good evening. The meeting is now called to order at 6:36 p.m. on this 10th day of November, 2021. This is an organizational meeting of the Town Council of the Town of New Canaan and is being held in accordance with Section C4-6 of the New Canaan Town Charter. Would you all please stand and join me in a pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to appoint Maria Naughton as the temporary secretary in order to proceed with the rest of the meeting. Ms. Naughton, would you please take the roll call?
Sure. Robin Bates Mason. Here. Rita Bettino. Here. Tom Butterworth.
Here.
Mark Jimsky.
Here.
Steve Carl.
Here.
Luke Kaufman.
Present.
Mike Morrow. Not here. Kim Norton Butler. Here. Hillary Ormond. Here. Christina Ross. Here. Penny Young. Here. And I'm here.
Wonderful. Okay, we have a quorum. The next item of business is the oath of office for the recently elected town council members. I'm going to step forward to the other side of the table, and as I read your name, would you please join me so that you can receive the oath of office and sign the oath book. Rita Bettino, you are first. I, do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties as a town council member
the duties as a town council member
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tom Butterworth. I, Tom Butterworth,
I, Tom Butterworth,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully
and
discharge,
that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties as a town council member
the duties as a town council member
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Gotta keep it going. Luke. Please. I, Luke Kaufman,
I, Luke Kaufman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof.
and I will faithfully discharge,
And I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties as a town council member
the duties as a town council member
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Doesn't matter.
We all do.
Thank you. Pleasure. Morton,
I, Kimberly Morgan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties as a town council member
the duties as a town council member
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I, Hillary Orman, do solemnly swear That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of Connecticut.
And the Constitution of the State of
And
Connecticut.
so long as I continue
So long as I continue.
a citizen thereof.
A citizen thereof.
And that I will faithfully discharge,
And that I will faithfully discharge.
according to law,
According to law.
the duties as a town council member
The duties as a town council member.
to the best of my
To
ability.
the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Penelope Young,
I, Penelope Young,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
and that I will faithfully discharge,
according to law,
according to law,
the duties as a town council member
the duties as a town council member
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Little bit of musical chair. Sorry about that. Congratulations to all of you. If the newly elected officers would please open your red folders, I will explain what's inside. I've handed out red folders to everyone, so everyone can follow along if they'd like to. The first page, if you wouldn't mind, there's a pen in front of you as well to fill this information out. This is just for our own information if we need to reach you. So if you would fill that out now and return it to Ms. Naughton, that would be great.
Get a kick out of it. That's what town we're from.
Just pass this down.
Just in case you change your mind.
Just this one. Just don't have that.
Just this one. There's going to be another one eventually.
Not everyone has that.
No?
I don't have that.
Okay. Well,
You have a copy of it?
you guys could pass it down.
Who's missing one? Tom, do you have it?
Yeah, send them my way. Then if you follow along, I guess we have a few more people waiting. The next is a note from me explaining the procedures for filings of minutes and agendas and some basic guidelines for freedom of information. Okay. The next, you will find an introduction and a copy to our code of ethics, which is chapter 17 of our town code. Next is a statement, a copy of the statement of disclosure of interest in transaction form that you would fill out and file with me only if and when necessary, in accordance with chapter 17 2B3 of our town code. Following that is a statement of disclosure of financial or personal interest in town rules, ordinances, or legislation. This is a newer form that was created by the Board of Ethics in accordance with chapter 17 of the town code. Next is a form stating that you have received the Code of Ethics and you acknowledge its content. If you don't mind taking a moment now to fill this out, sign and date, and also give back to Ms. Naughton.
Sending me a message.
Almost. Yeah. Okay. All right. The next item you'll find is the town clerk's chart that describes the 3 types of meetings that you can have and the different FOIA requirements for each one of them. Also, for your convenience, there's a basic overview of the Freedom of Information Act from both Shipman and Goodwin and Bertram Moses that discusses case law and definitions. For example, what constitutes a meeting? Under what circumstances can you go into executive session and so forth. Then there's also the town's electronic meeting policy. And finally, the rules of the town council previously approved. I encourage you to take time to review all of this information. And if you have any questions about notices, agendas, minutes, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. Anybody have any questions on any of that? All right, then. Next order of business is the nomination and election of officers. I'd like to open the floor for nominations for chairman. Are there any nominations?
Yes, I would respectfully like to nominate Steve Carl. He's been a superb member of the town council for a number of years, and we all enjoy working with him.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, nominations are now closed. I'd like to call for a vote by a show of hands, please. All those in favor of Mr. Carl as chairman of the town council, please raise your hands. And that is unanimous. Congratulations. The next order of business is the nomination and election of Vice Chair Finance Secretary. The floor is now open for nominations. Any nominations? Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Butterworth.
I'd like to nominate Penny Young in recognition of a career of considerable accomplishments and a tremendous amount of institutional knowledge without which we could not function.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations?
Need a second for that?
I'm sorry. Did I not get a second? I'm sorry. Could I have a second, please?
I'll second Penny.
Thank you, Mr. Carl. Okay. Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Christina Ross. She's been an extremely supportive member of the town council for people who are new to town council, running for office, really open to new ideas, and very informative for us coming on for the first time, and also her years of service and her background and all of her other great qualities. So I'd like to nominate her for vice chair.
Thank you. Is there a second? Christina? Okay. Great. I guess we would now like to call for a hand vote. All those in favor of Mrs. Young as Vice Chairman, Finance Secretary, please raise your hands. Are you counting with me? Okay, at 8. All those in favor of Christina Ross as Vice Chairman, Finance Secretary, please raise your hands. Okay. Having received the majority of the votes from the Town Council members, Mrs. Young is therefore elected as Vice Chairman of Finance and Secretary. Next order of business is the nomination and election of Vice Chairman of Operations. The floor is now open for nominations.
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Mark Jimsky. He has been a hardworking member of the council, and we're very, very lucky to have him. And he's been just a great guy on all the committees that he's served on so far, and I expect him to be working twice as hard in this role. So I'd like to nominate Mark.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations. Nominations are now closed. I'd like to call for a vote. All those in favor of Mr. Jimsky as Vice Chairman of Operations, please raise your hands. And it's unanimous again. Congratulations. At this point, I'm just going to offer the floor to some of the newly elected officers if they'd like to say a few words.
I look forward to continuing my service on the town council. I believe I have a recognized commitment to this community over my years of service. I respect everyone on the town council and look forward to having a engaged relationship with everyone as we tackle the issues that are facing our community. And I appreciate everyone's support here. Thank you.
I'd like to say that it's an honor and a privilege to be a member of town council. I'd like to congratulate all the new members, Luke, Rita, and Hillary, and say that I'm really looking forward to working with you as well as all the incumbents that are on the town council. I'd also like to thank the public for electing me, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. My number one priority is transparency and openness, and I'd like to bring as many people into the decision-making as possible. So I look forward to going forward. Thank you.
Nice, Kim.
Sure. Hi, I'd also like to thank those that voted for me, even though it was an uncontested election. I feel like I need to earn every single vote, whether it's contested or not. And when my husband and I first moved to New Canaan, we fell in love with the schools, with the open spaces, and with the beautiful, vibrant downtown. And I'm really committed to building upon that and protecting our schools and bringing back our businesses and making it vibrant, and just doing the best I can for New Canaan. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I just want to say thank you to, because I can't be here without the support of my husband. And also, I wouldn't be here without my father, who has supported me ever since I was a child and always, wanted me to, even as a girl in an Italian household, supported me from day one. So I just wanted to say thanks.
Is there anyone else on this side that would like to say anything, or no?
Such a gentleman. Thank you. I wasn't prepared to speak, but I also want to thank the residents of New Canaan and thank you for your votes and your vote of confidence for being here. I just look forward to working with everybody here on this side of the the days, because I've been on that side quite a few times. So this is very different. And I look forward to being a voice for those parents of young children out there who use the roads and the schools and all the services in town, and for those who have parents in town too. I want to say hi to my mom in case she's watching. She might have a meeting tonight in her town council. So she's been an elected official on her city council for the past 25 years. So I'm sort of carrying the torch for our family, the tradition, I guess, as much as I fought it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting to work. This is a really exciting time, and I look forward to getting to know all of you better. And we have a lot of big decisions ahead, and I look forward to making them and you know, working for the town. Thank you.
Yeah, really appreciate the opportunity to speak tonight, and thank you everyone that voted. These are all elected officials. It's very exciting. It's amazing. And I look forward to partnering with people that have been doing this and have substantial history. Tom, Penny, Steve, Claudia, Christina, Mark. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable. And then on the heels of that, with Rita, you know, Kim, Hillary, it's just a very exciting time for New Canaan, a very special time. And I'm excited to partner with the people up here and producing the best product and service for the community, because that's what it's about. We're up here because we want to be. We're up here because we want to be, and we want to produce the best product and service for the community. I'm just very excited for that opportunity, and thank you.
Guys. Yeah, I said like they're so cute.
You're up.
Oh,
you guys.
No. I didn't. First off, congratulations to the new council members, and thank you for your support in being vice chairman. It's been a great 2 years. I miss being here. I think I was sitting down there for 2 meetings, and then we went Zoom. So it's been an interesting 2 years. I think the town's accomplished a lot. I think the first selectman talked about a lot of the major accomplishments of this town. We've been very successful, and I just look forward to supporting the success of this town going forward. So thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and very much looking forward to working with everyone. I would look out here and I want to thank those who are in the audience. I know Kevin and Nick and Kathleen are out there. They just were sworn in. Congratulations. Looking forward to working with you for the next couple of years. And I see some old faces out there. I've got to acknowledge Rich Townsend and Sven England, who are coming off the council. Thank you for joining us tonight. I told them earlier, last chance. Come on, jump on again. And oh, I forgot Andrew. Andrew, I couldn't see you. You're behind my wife. I didn't see you back there. Andrew, congratulations to you as well. This is a huge honor. And, you know, I wrote down some notes, and I'm absolutely humbled and honored to take the role as chairman, and the confidence that the 11 of you have in my ability to lead. It's been something that I've thought about for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to doing this. So as you all know, I was born here, I was raised here, grew up in New Canaan, but I really respect the chair of the council and its history. For those of you who don't know, the council was actually formed in 1970, and it was a charter change in 1970. And 51 years later, we're sitting here as a result of that. And as a result of the great chairmen who have come before us and the councils that have come before us, I'm in awe at some of the people who I've actually had the privilege of meeting. Claudia helped me with a little history, but I've actually met or been friends with every single chairman in the past, starting back for days of, we have William Troop, Walter Stewart Jr., Bill Bach, Joe Rucci, Tom Moorhead, Dr. Lou Annunziato, Dr. Mark DeWhaley, Bill Walbert, and of course, our recently retired John Engel. And, you know, when you look at that group, it really is an honor to be sitting in this chair. So I wanted to acknowledge them as well. These individuals have made decisions over the years with their councils that have literally shaped the town that we live, work, and play in. So if it wasn't for that history, New Canaan wouldn't be what it is today. The council continues to be the voice of the taxpayers and residents of New Canaan and comes with a tremendous responsibility to represent every demographic in this town. On a personal level, I promise to be as kind as possible, open communication, will be inclusive, and above all else, and I promise this, the civility will be, every moment that we have in this room will be civil. I can't stress that enough. And, you know, we've been through some tough times with this past election, and that is behind us. It's in the rearview mirror, and we are moving forward as a team, as a group. And I promise you, I will work every day to make sure that happens. Nice never goes out of style. We will work hard. We will debate intensely, and we will come to decisions. And there are 12 of us on this council who are equal. None of us are higher in status than anyone else. So you all have a voice, you all have a vote. And it's up to us to make the decisions. If they're hard, we've got to come to an agreement, we vote, and we move on. And just finally, I'm just overwhelmed and generally excited to start the next couple of years. So I look forward to working with all of you, and especially the new members are going to be learning under me, which is really hard to believe because I still consider myself new and consider myself still learning almost on a meeting by meeting basis. So I'm looking forward to learning together. And I just want to thank Claudia for tonight. She did a great job as always, and thank you for all your support. And then finally, just some housekeeping. So Thursday, 11/11. So this Thursday at 4:30, we have a tour of 220 Elm Street. And that's an important thing if folks can get there and walk through it. Potential Board of Ed movement over there. And then Monday, 11:15, 7 p.m. in this room, we have an all boards meeting to discuss the new PD and the new PD building. And then Wednesday is our actual first meeting. So we'll be back in the room on the 17th. And we'll get the agenda out as soon as possible. Penny and Mark and I will get together and form that, as well as start to work on our subcommittee assignments. So that'll all be coming up. And then finally, I'd like to get a group photo before we go. So including you. Yes. You'll be in one and then you can step out. But we always try to take a group photo. So I'd like to get everybody in. And if the Board of Selectmen would stay, we'd love to have a photo with you as well. I don't know if are you running out of the room? All right. So, all right. I'll see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you too.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna adjourn.
You got it.
Thank you. And once again, I'd like to congratulate the new officers. It was a pleasure to be here tonight, and I wish each and every one of you the very best, and I look forward to working with you. This concludes our meeting, and there being no further business, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Christina.
Thank you. Thanks again.